Hello everyone and welcome back to the Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So we have moved on, so we're in October now, which should hopefully mean that the soybeans are ready to go, which is brilliant, so we can get them done. But this is what I really wanted to test, because we drilled this oilseed radish, direct drilled it with fertiliser in the drill. So I'm hoping, which it already has done, it's given us one layer of fertiliser, but with cultivating this in now, I'm hoping it will give us our second layer of fertiliser, because this is what's going to be. There's onions in this field, I think is what I said. Can't quite remember, to be fair. Right, let's just do a little bit of a line here, and now we can check on our map. Brilliant it is. That's given us, so that saves us a job, because with the onion planter and the potato planter, you can't drill with fertiliser, so that is saving us one extra job, which, to be fair, going over with the Amazon spreader we've got, is not too big of a deal, but still it's just one less thing to do. So right, we're going to get this done. It means then that this is the last month that we can put oilseed radish in that field there where all the weeds are. So we're going to do the same in there, get some oilseed radish drilled into there, and the soybeans need to be done down there. So as you've seen, I've set the ploughman on in what's going to be the potato field, which I think I've done that the wrong way now. I should have drilled it first, then ploughed it out, and then gone round disc harrow, which I don't know whether, shall I change that around? Let's go to, he hasn't ploughed much, has he? So I think it's the best thing to do is to swap this. So right, let's just, what's going on here, that wants to turn around. Let's take this out, we'll park this over here, and then we'll put the drill onto the New Holland. Don't hit the gate please. Brilliant, it's got through. Yeah, we'll put the drill onto the New Holland, and then it means that we can use the JCB and the trailer. We can use them to do the leading from the soybean field. So we'll take this up. I might just go take the front loader off as well, because at the minute we've got the other JCB, so that will prove quite handy. And to be fair, I think we may have a fair few products laying around that may need selling. And I've missed out the wool, just thinking on about it. If we go wool, oh, it's April. I thought it was, no, it's eggs in November. So we've got the eggs to sell. I hope we sold them. I can't remember, it's been that long ago. We have, I'm sure that we've got, where is it, Castle Stones? I'm sure we've got some of them. Let's just go drop this front loader off, and then we'll have a quick whiz round at some of our productions just to see what we've got laid here, there and everywhere. So let's take that off and then put this on, and like I say, we can drive this to the field. to the soybean field. Then we can have, oh, there's a front weight there. Then we can have a quick whiz around the productions to make sure that we've got everything. I don't know whether it may even be worth buying a new trailer, because I know the Bunnings, we can get the extensions on here, but I don't know whether with the extension where you can get more, you can actually get more in with the extension than you can do with the newer trailer, as it were. I don't know whether we'll be able to get that. You know, whether the arm for the onions and the potato harvester will work. But let's just drive up here. We might as well extend it now for the combine. That makes sense. And hopefully the combine should work a lot better. What are all the onions doing out there? Oh no, that's grass. I was just about to say all the onions have bled through the wall. Yeah, so we'll modify this trailer. And then with the combine, because we upgraded the engine, which I thought we'd done that first time, but obviously not, that should be a lot better for us with the header. So trailer extension, yes. We'll put a hitch on the back just in case we run two of these. Wheel setup. Let's put some wide tyres on it. So let's customise £5,500. Is there anything that we can customise on this? 235, 210. So 235 is the fastest. Additional weight, that must be on the back. Yeah, so that's the additional weight there. Interior carpet. Why is the mud on my wheels changing when I put the interior carpet in? Why not? We've got money to spend, so we might as well have a bit of fun. Let's do that. That's only 150 quid. What's that, 150 quid to put a carpet in? That's a very expensive carpet. Right, so let's put that on, and we'll get this down to the soybean field. We may just have to park on the roadside for now. And in due course, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get the even bigger JCB in the large tractor category. But obviously getting that New Holland there is quite nice to stick to try stick to some brands instead of having everything completely different. Can we? I think we can, but the biggest thing is going to be how to get the combine in. Let's go. The combine's going to have to go in this top to get the header in. I'd love to know how wide these gates are, because if you've got a header to fit the gate, I reckon there'll be, what will the tractor be? I reckon a 6 metre header or a 9 metre header you may get through. But I reckon we're going to have to pull the combine in, put the header up to here. So we'll just pull this down, leave that there. But right, let's have a look. So they'll need some fish next month. Stonemason's got loads of big stones. Oh, it's full of roof shingles. We're going to have to go empty that out. Oh dear, there is quite a lot here. Do we go and get... I reckon we go and get a forklift. Bring a forklift down here to help with this mess. Right, well here goes what could be a fairly long time lapse. I'm hoping it's not going to be, and it could be a very disastrous one as well. We'll get all these stones, well I say stones, all these roof slates, we'll move them all out the way, and then we'll have to go and stack them all. But I'm going to stick with the Komatsu. What do you call these? Stacker trucks, forklifts. I'm going to stick with these Komatsu ones for this series, but what I'm going to also do with them is I'll park them up, so once we're done with doing this one, we can park it so that it won't... Oh, I've lost that one there. So that we won't keep going into it every time we're tabbing through the vehicles. Right, here we go. It's already feeling like it's going to take forever, considering we just lost a small pallet of roof tiles and we... Oh dear.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else
So right, to park this, Control T. So that's now parked, and we can turn that off. Let's have a look. So that's all empty now, so that can keep going. Small fish food, this just needs soybeans, and that can go. Quarry's still got water. That's, I think we're transferring the fish to there straight away, so that's all right. That and that needs more onions, so we can transfer some onions. Let's just go to the castle. Castle stones, right? There's still plenty in storage there, so they don't need anything. But look at the building now. Ooh, my game's gone a bit laggy there. This is coming on rather nicely. I'm hoping this will be the next step soon. But right, let's go. Actually, this Control T, so we can park that up. What was I going to do? Oh, this New Holland onto the drill. So let's move this onto here. So this can do the oilseed radish. Yeah, man. There we go. And that's still oilseed radish from the last time. So let's try and beat the bus into here. Brilliant. So I hire a worker to do that. We then want to find this, and we'll get to the soybeans and get that field done. Which, yeah, the big thing that I want to test with this is how good the combine's going to be now, because before with the bigger header it was seriously struggling, but with this new engine, fingers crossed. So annoyingly, I don't know whether it's, well, it must be to do with the save game. It's, my frames per second have dropped down to 21, 22, and it did this in the last time I played on Kinlaig. But when I was on Alma the other day doing that one, it was absolutely fine. So what I'm going, and the start of this episode was absolutely fine. So what I am going to do is I'm going to save the game, I'm going to leave it, come back and see if that fixes anything. Right, let's check this out now. And there we go, back up to 40, 48, 49, up to 50. So why is it doing that then? I know even just to try exit the game, it took a fair amount of time to get, did that say 60 there? Yeah, no, we're up to 60. Just to try exit the game took a lot. I almost thought everything had frozen. But yeah, I don't understand, because even my computer, like the fans and all that sort of thing, nothing's kicking in, nothing's trying to work hard. So I can only imagine it's something to do with this Let's Play. So what I have also done, which it may help, it may not, is I've just taken out loads of mods as well. So I think we're down, I always run quite a fair few, you know, putting tractors and all that sort of thing in, and then a few to help with my side, with trying to sort of manage the Let's Play of the game, as it were. So there's only, I say only, I think there's about 100 and some on this Let's Play. Whilst you look at the likes of Alma, where it's absolutely fine, you know, there's a lot. Put it that way. But anyways, I'm just glad that we're somewhat back to normal for the remainder of this. But right, we've got some fish food to go start to make, because we've got our factory, which is just waiting on the soybeans that we now have in this trailer. So we'll proceed to go up there, which I think, oh yeah, right next to the onions. So we'll get this tipped in. We will then have to get some onions. Oh, look at all the onions there. Oh, this onion packer production is brilliant. But wow, it creates some pallets. Because that was one thing I thought was, is it pallets that's causing these problems for me? But then again, why is it fine now if we've got all these pallets already waiting for us? Are you going to let me tip, or is this going to be really... There we go. So let's tip the soybeans in. I was just about to say, I hope we don't catch the top of that barn. Is it taking them all? Ooh, there's a lot of soybeans in there. That's a lot of money. So, small fish food factory. So that is now going. Let's change that to distributing. Of course, soybeans is the most expensive crop I'm putting in there, and it's what they want the most of. We are going to have a sort out there. So what I may do is, let's tip the remainder into here. Oh, that'll be where he was ploughing. So he's on his last breed there. Let's find this. And what we can go do again is we can go sort out these packed onions, and then once they're sorted out, if we go and fill up, which we can just use with that bucket there and the load all, we can then fill up this out of the onion shed just there. But this is going to be a long job. I don't know whether with these, whether it's worth just setting them to sell. But obviously it's nice to be able to do these productions, considering we've got them. Right, let's start over this side. Well, I'm going to take a guess that it's full now. Just keeps sort of rejecting, well, not rejecting, but it's the first time I've tipped anything on the floor. So let's just have a quick look. Here we go. Yes, 50,000 litres goes into this. So we've almost, I'm just trying to think, if I can get this side clear and all in this bucket, because I was just about to say we've almost cleared one side. but with it being a 50,000 litre capacity, that's a fair amount you can fit into there. So what's that? That's just over 2.5, so we're 53%, so we should get this. Just a little bit in. Oh, I didn't have the bucket far enough onto the floor. I have installed, you've probably seen, the bucket indicator, so just to the bottom left of my speed gauge and all that sort of thing. It tells me sort of what angle the bucket is, so when it's red like that, the bucket's angled up, and when it turns blue, it's the bucket angled down, which is quite handy just to have you know, when you are struggling in certain places. Like now, it's quite handy to see, so I know that it's slightly down now, and now that's level, and I know I'm 0.3 metres off the floor, and now I'm on the floor, so if I drive forward, I shouldn't have any bother with you know, when you put the bucket right down, it lifts your front end up and you lose all your steering, so I don't have any bother with that now. Right, so the eggs are fine. This is all, we can look to get this now packed up and out of the way, because that's our harvest done, I think. I need to just have one last look at our crops to see what we've got in the ground, because I have a feeling that excuse me? I'm going to hazard a guess that because the whole thing's flipped over, that if I try... Oh, it's now just reattached. If I put this on... We've got a magical header. Right, we can take this back to the yard. But like I was saying before all that happened, we need to have for this wheat, soybeans and canola. So we can do soybeans later on. So what I'll probably do is, obviously these two failed to go, so soybeans can go over here. Wheat, we have none. So if I go wheat to here, we can drill wheat. So this failed in the next episode. We're going to have to drill and roll this with wheat for us, so that we've got that, so we can continue. Because my whole plan with this small fish food factory, is it just eases the burden on us. I don't know how productive it's going to be, but it eases the burden, and it's a lot easier than the big one on the map, which I would like to get that as well at some point, because you don't need to supply the oil. But right, let's get this up to here, find somewhere to park it, because this is the first season, we're actually going to have to park it somewhere. Maybe worth getting one of those header racks at some point. That timber needs to be picked up and moved. Can we... I'm just about to say, we've put... I was going to pull it up again the side here, but this is where the fish food factory is. So let's just put it along this side here, like so. We'll leave that there. We'll look to get one of those pull-through shed like we've got on Alma, I think. Put that here, then this will be the yard complete. We are going to plant all this back up with trees, and once that timber factory is done, we're going to move that over to where we're going to start building our lodges. But I would like to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.